Hey everybody, this is Garrett Monroe from Hiram College Tech and Trek. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to set up Digication, our ePortfolio tool, for the first time on your own Moodle course. So I'm in Moodle here, and I am in the Chrome browser. I'm on my iPad. Your experience is going to be a little different based on the device and app you're in. We recommend Chrome, and you could do this on your desktop as well. But here I am on the iPad. I'm going to go into my Moodle playground, and you could do this with any of your courses. And I've got editing mode on here, as you can see with this red button. I've already hit the green button to make an edit. And say I wanted to add Digication to this course. I'm going to click Add an Activity or Resource, and then it pulls up this very familiar menu. And I'm going to add Digication here. It's this green cloud upload icon. I click Add. Now I can name it something. Generally, what I like to, you can name it whatever you'd like. I generally name it ePortfolio XS, and then Digication. This helps people kind of sort out when you use different ways, when you label it different things verbally or in text, it kind of helps them figure out what it is. And then I also often put in here, use Chrome. Because that is the most common issue that I get from users, is they have an issue, they have an error report if they're not using Chrome, and so that will remind them just to be in Chrome and not Safari. So now what happens is I've got this pop-up which within this panel shows us connecting to Digication. It's a separate site, but it's kind of framed in here within the Moodle system. Now it's giving me some welcome information, and basically you could go through that. I recommend that. But I'm going to go down to the bottom and click Next Step, Define Templates for Students. Now this asks me to choose a template that students will have access to. So this might be a process you go through by yourself or in tandem with somebody in learning technologies like myself. I'd love to help you make a template, or you might be using an institutional one such as our FYEN, our first year program, or cross-institutional connections ePortfolio template. Let me just go ahead and select that. I'm going to click Use this template, just for now. Takes a moment. Now it gives me this pop-up at the bottom, gives me a preview, and I'll put here in the yellow bar, I'm just going to click Save and Share Template. Now you're able to set the default settings for students that they'll get when they set up their template. And so they can change many of these, but this often helps them get started on the right foot. And so you might change this to whatever you'd like. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it that way. Now these sharing settings are important. You can adjust these at any time, as I go over in a separate video on any of your ePortfolios, or students can. But you can't change these globally for your students once they've copied the template. So setting them up in a way that you'd like from the template will alleviate you having to go in and fix students' sharing settings. So so sharing settings here, private only to me, means it's not public on the web. It's not a public website. So usually that's what we like. And then down here we have another edit button, and the default is going to be, it's just shared with faculty and students within the course I'm creating it. So in this instance, it's Moodle Playground. Now I can also toggle Notify Your Shared List by email, and I won't do that. But I'm going to keep it shared with my faculty and students. And then these are template default settings. They're the same as the previous page. Now you might also want to turn some of these on, such as make this template available for others to copy, and so forth. So usually I don't mess with those for getting started at this level. So I'm going to click Save Settings. Now I can manage that template. And again, if you manage it, that will only work for people who copy it after the point of you editing it. So if students copy it before they create that template and they mint their new ePortfolio, any additions you make to the template will not go to the students who have already used the template. So it only works for people who are creating afresh from that template. So there's one. So that's how to find templates here, and so as a user, I'd come in here and I'd click the green button, And now I can see that this template's shared with the course. And I can go in as a faculty member and create an ePortfolio with that template, which I recommend you do, so students can get a positive example. The other key piece of information here is this button here, Connect to a Course in Digication. Let's go ahead and tap on that link. It's a hidden little link. This is super important. And that is going to create a version of my Moodle course on the Hiram platform, on the Digication platform. So this is really important. So what I'm going to do, and I can integrate this with existing courses, or generally what people do is create a new Digication course using the existing information. So what that does is it's just 2 clicks and it creates a version, and I can see it's changed this link to Moodle Playground, the name of my course. And now that means all my ePortfolios have been created on Digication, and that information users now can be automatically created. A lot of back-end stuff that's not important. Basically, that is important though to go through that for the first time only to connect your Moodle course to Digication. That's it in terms of getting set up with Digication on your new course. Give me a shout if you need any help at all. Monroe, gr@hiram.edu. Thank you.